So heading straight to the city hall, in which there was a Sunday afternoon fixture, a clash taking place between Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa in Nottingham. Obviously, Nottingham Forest emerging victorious surprisingly by 2 goals to nil, thanks to goals by Nigerian right back Ola Aina as well as Belgian midfielder Aurel Mangala, sealing all 3 points for Nottingham Forest over inform Aston Villa. So coming into this one, obviously Aston Villa were favourites to win this game, but it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be, honestly, because we saw Nottingham Forest did take the lead in the early minutes of the game, as I meant to say, thanks to a brilliant run by former Manchester United winger Anthony Elanga, who made a dazzling run on the left-hand side of attack, and then laying off the ball to left back Harry Tofolo, whose blindside pass actually found the Nigerian right back Ola Aina, who slotted the ball from 25 yards with a side foot. Brilliant goal. Brilliant side footed. That was a brilliant goal. Honestly speaking, a brilliant goal with a side foot from 25 yards. A brilliant goal to put Nottingham Forest in the lead. We did see a response by Aston Villa, but Nottingham Forest goalkeeper Odysseus Vlacho Mios, who was a debutant, who was making his debut for Nottingham Forest in goal, made brilliant saves, denying Ollie Watkins as well as Nicola Zamiolo. You understand? So, brilliant 2 saves by the goalkeeper to keep the game at 1-0 going into the halftime break. And then we saw Nottingham Forest did double their lead, thanks to Belgian midfielder Aurel Mangala doubling their advantage with a powerful effort from outside of the box. A powerful effort from outside of the box, in which World Cup winning goalkeeper Emi Martinez did save the ball. He did seem to have the ball under control, like he saved it. It was a brilliant save, but unfortunately he couldn't keep it out. It was just a save, a brilliant save, but unfortunately he couldn't. It was not enough to keep the ball out of the back of the net, from finding the back of the net, because he did attempt to save the ball from entering the back of the net, but unfortunately he couldn't do so. So it was a great goal as well, but great save by Emi Martinez, but unfortunately it was not enough, to prevent the ball from going over the line. And yeah, man, it was a great victory for Nottingham Forest, because it takes them from 16th position to 12th position. Imagine what 3 points can do for you. From 16th, jumping 4 places higher, above, into 12th position. And then for Aston Villa, I mean, it's their loss. I mean, this was their opportunity to go into third. With a victory at the City Hall, it would have been a chance for them, an opportunity for them to go into third position on the standings. But unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be for Aston Villa, as they slumped their first defeat in about 7 games. Remember, their last defeat did come away at Anfield, 3-0, on the 11th of September at Anfield, as they were hammered 3-0 by Liverpool. So this was their first defeat in about 7 games. And as well as this, they've missed out on an opportunity to go into third. Judging from Aston Villa's performance, it was pretty decent. But unfortunately, like they say, possession does not win you games. You understand? You win games based on what you do with the possession. They had the ball. They had so much of the ball, did Aston Villa. They created opportunities, but they were just not clinical in the second half. Especially as they brought on Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey, he did kind of make an impact in the game, but he was not decisive enough as well, and there was a lot of indecision from Aston Villa. Not taking shots at goal, always taking an extra touch when not necessary. Just like not having the guts to take a shot at goal. Their decision making, their finishing as well. We saw even Leon Bailey had an opportunity. He skied the ball right over the bar. You understand? So Douglas Luiz also did have a great game, pulling the strings in the midfield, but it wasn't enough. You understand? Because I guess all the credit should go to the Nottingham Forest defense. I mean, they were solid. They put up a solid performance. They were resolute at defense, keeping their defensive unit together and in shape in order to prevent Aston Villa from getting a clear-cut shot at goal in the second half. And that's exactly what we saw. A deserved 3 points for Nottingham Forest. Aston Villa could feel hard done by, but unfortunately, when you concede an early goal, it can always change the complexion of the game. We've seen that many times, that pattern playing so many times in football. Remember, Aston Villa conceded 2 goals early in 2 halves. You understand? First goal came in the 5th minute, and then the second goal came like right 8 minutes into the second half. And consider Ola Aino, that was like what? It's only his 5th goal in 144 Premier League appearances. Or let me just say, that's only his 5th goal in 144 top flight league appearances. What a brilliant goal it was. I'm going back to it. And great performance by Harry Toffolo, deserved man of the match, man. Great performance. I mean, that was a blind pass to set up the Nigerian right back who like slotted the ball from 25 yards. Side foot, a brilliant side foot from 25 yards. Great goal. And it was both fullbacks combining. Anthony Alanga also had a great game. And also Taiwo Ayonio, the Nigerian forward, also had a great game as well. You understand? Combining well with his player, combining well with his teammates, setting his teammates up. That was just a great performance all round by Nottingham Forest. Aston Villa, they just need to learn lessons, understand the fact that possession does not win you games. It's what you do with the ball that wins you games. Yeah. And they need to be more clinical. They need to take more risks. Need to improve more in their decision making. Because this was their chance to move up to 3rd. They've had a brilliant season so far, has Aston Villa. It was their chance to move up to 3rd, but unfortunately, a defeat means they remain in 5th. And hopefully, other results should just go their way. You understand? So, currently, Liverpool is taking on Luton away from home, and the game hasn't yet concluded. So, I'll be back in touch with that game, provide my analysis, and I'll also give you the results on that game. It's still currently 0-0. With Luis Diaz is also on the bench. There hasn't been much in terms of clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities, but it's a pretty balanced game, and we'll be in touch pretty soon after the end of the 90.